And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. A trip to downtown Houston for a bite to eat may be considered fun for many if you're willing to ignore what some call a problem. The transients. Don Bowie, the owner of Taste Bar and Kitchen, says he is trying to run a respectable business, and it doesn't help if customers are being harassed before walking in the door. Now, according to the mayor's office, there's an intense effort to address homelessness here in the city of Houston with wraparound services. Tonight, we're learning how Bowie says he's trying to counteract the issue of homelessness by at least getting them off the streets, in some cases, offering them jobs. Chef Bowie, there's not much more you can ask for than a prime downtown location, but there's always a but with that.
It definitely is a but.
So what are the problems that you're seeing in downtown Houston?
I mean, so you got to understand, we're still in the middle where there are a lot of homeless people who don't want to kind of give into the system and go to these shelters, so they still congregate in this area. I mean, one block up, there's on that next corner is where a lot of the people who are homeless live, sleep, and stay, and that's like their location.
Yeah, I've seen that corner. They just camp out there.
They do not. They prefer
and we're not
to be
too
there.
far from the Beacon.
Correct.
Which is also a hub for the homeless. And we've heard that the city is doing a lot to try and give them wraparound services and get many of them off the streets, but many are still here.
Right. They're not choosing to take the services or the help.
How bad has it gotten for your business, Taste Kitchen and Bar?
I've had to hire security. I try to police what I can, but it's been a little bit of everything. I mean, it's a weekly situation where people are kind of harassing guests from one way or another. I mean, we've had people exposing themselves in the window. We've had people washing themselves in the water fountain here. Last week, a young lady came, and I saw it as she posted on her Instagram that she was walking to the restaurant to dine, and a guy pretty much just grabbed her butt. And she was ecstatic about it, and he pretty much told her, well, you should have kept it inside. And it wasn't too much she really could do about it.
Right,
you know, it was just like,
but when she posts that on social media, it makes your place look bad.
It makes people realize they kind of deal with a little extra harassment when they're coming down here. And normally it'll be all the way up to the front door. So we get pretty good of trying to politely ask them to kind of move on. But we have a couple of that literally just stay on this block. They've become kind of, you know, I mean, I would say they're friends because we try to take care of them as much as we can without making it a situation where it becomes a nuisance to the situation. So that's kind of where it's hard for me at.
But is it a case where if you give them and you take care of them, they're going to camp out here? They're going to call this a corner. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
We have a couple like that, a couple that my managers would kind of bring water to, give food to, and then instead of them camping there, they camp here. Every day they're here.
Now, have you talked to, and I would assume there's like a downtown district or something, and what do they say?
Literally, you can call them, and they'll come and try to escort them on, but that's pretty much the most that they can do. And so it lasts for every bit of, you know, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and then they come back again, and you call them again, and maybe they'll escort them out. We had one guy that was coming being a little violent, and actually came and arrested him because he was threatening and telling guests that he may rob him. But a couple of weeks later, he was back because, I mean, they're only going to hold him for so long.
And how detrimental is this to your business? Do you think you would do more business? You'd see more traffic if you didn't have so many of the transients around here? You
know, that's been something that we've been trying to figure out, because I realize that some people already kind of have mystique about downtown already. You know, having to deal with parking, trying to figure out where to get to. And then, especially for females, they get into the space of, you know, not wanting to be harassed and feeling as if they're going to have to be able to protect themselves, which is why we've hired security to try to assess that when people are coming here. But I know over at Bungalow, they you know, right across the street, they deal with some of it as well. So yeah, I mean, it makes it a little bit of a nuisance.